Hi, I'm Paul.
I'm Tammy.
We're
We're
Inseparable.
inseparable.
And today we're going to do Once in a Lifetime and song by the Talking Heads.
Mhm.
And it was a big hit. For the most part, it's been talked about a lot as being metaphorical, which for the rest of the world, I'm sure that's true. But for us, it was a literal fulfillment. We literally fulfilled line by line, precept by precept, the song. And it starts with a shotgun shack. And that's the first house I bought in Massachusetts. If I hadn't bought that house in the town of, we would have never met.
Right.
So that was absolutely pivotal. And then the next line is, you may find yourself in another part of the world. And before you know it, we're off to Virginia.
hmm
Okay. And you may find yourself behind the wheel of a large automobile. In 2008, in the height of gas prices being $4.50 a gallon, we bought a brand new Impala. And everybody's like, people were buying small cars and stuff like that, but we didn't drive much. So we came down to Virginia behind the wheel of a large automobile. And being in Virginia, we ended up buying this beautiful house with my beautiful wife. And then you say to yourself, well, how
How
did
did
I
I
get
get
here?
here?
And it's answered in the song in the very next line, water flowing underground.
Yeah.
That's how we got here. We took a facility that nobody would take because it had water flowing under the building. And the mechanicals that were involved to ensure that it didn't flood were very complex. You needed to be an engineer basically to run that building. And we had previously had a building that had water issues, but nothing like this. Though this building, we had a flood a couple years into being there outside the building, but it didn't get in, and we didn't flood. And there are other situations where there were other tropical storms and things like that, where some of the other buildings in the system flooded, but we did not because we had the equipment. And we had it up and running. And I think I'm going to put a clip up. I'll put a clip up of the Shotgun Shack, which I call Shotgun Shack 4.0, because when I bought it, it had been doubled in size all the way up to 660 square feet. I made it 1,600 square feet, and the person that bought it after me made it 2,600 square feet. So it's no longer a shotgun shack, but that's where the story began. But the real puzzle of the story was it said, into the blue again after the money's gone. And I went online to try and get anybody's interpretation of that because it's the one thing that hadn't happened. It's the one thing that hadn't been fulfilled. And we were retired for the first time. And then one day, I mean, there were even things like people thought it was IBM, the Big Blue, and stuff like that. But it dawned on me, self-storage. If I said to another self-storage professional, orange doors, they would say,
Public storage.
right. And if I said green doors,
Extra space.
right. So big storage facility companies can be identified by a color. And the doors of the building we ran that we retired and left blue. And I knew that meant at some point the money would be gone and we'd be returning to Big Blue, to the blue, into the blue again. Well, I didn't tell her right away because I knew she wouldn't be happy about that.
Yeah.
But it did happen. We did go back during the pandemic.
Yeah.
We made a lot of money in a very short period of time, saved a lot of money in a very short period of time. And we can't delve into the blue again. Now, I was going to say, well, how many cycles is this going to be of, running out of money and going back to the company we work for and it can't happen because they've sold. The blue doors have turned orange. And
Yeah.
this that and you know, don't make my brown eyes look blue or something, or you know, and I just say, well, looks like the blue doors are turning orange, you know, to some of the other employees, meaning it's looking more and more like public storage every day. So that's the story behind it. For us, it was a perfect fulfillment, line upon line, precept upon precept. We'll say goodbye. Thanks for watching. Take care.
We love you.
Bye.
Bye.